Mr. Chair, if I may, patanong ko lang,
With the indulgence of
with the indulgence of
Honorable
Congressman Paduano.
Akala mo ba?
Hindi, kasi tatanong ko lang,
Alas 9 na.
maganda kasi yung punto na kung saan, halimbawa, naglabas ng content na nakapanirang puri, no? And then suddenly, the platform takes it down, no? But the damage has been done, di ba? So, meron bang sistema ang platform to say that we took it down because of the following reasons? Is there such a thing na ganun technical capability yung platform to say the reason why we took it down is because one, may profanity. Number two, fake news. Number three, hindi verified or validated yung data. Four, it's just it's slanderous or libelous. Meron bang ganung capability?
Mr. Chair, meron po. So, kung pag meron po kayong video na may URL, tapos natanggal po, naka-display naman po doon kung this video has been removed for copyright violation, this video has been removed for violating
But there's no
community guidelines.
explanation as to why you found it a violative of a copyright law, di ba? Kasi hindi nyo naman in-explain in detail kung bakit But, you know, the damage has been done. Nakapanirang puri na siya So, isn't there a logic? I don't know if this is kasi kayo lang hinandi dito, no? That's the reason why we want to ask you. Meron bang technical capability yung social media platform na, halimbawa, may nag-post ng content, no? I-review muna ng human reviewers nyo and your AI before you post it. Maybe delay mo lang ng few seconds or maybe a few minutes before before i-post or the platform allows the posting of such a content.
So, hindi po siya technically feasible sa dami po ng videos na na-upload every minute po.
Kasi nga, yung volume, no?
Sa volume po talaga. Sa every minute po na nakakalipas, thousands of minutes of videos po yung na-upload, diba? So, hindi po siya technically feasible on the part of any platform.
Sige, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Congressman Paduan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
The Honorable Paduan is recognized.
Thank you,
Let's
Mr.
make it
Chairman.
brief.
Yeah. In relation to the question being asked by the members, no? Kasi ganito po, social media platform is doing business in the country. Now, before I ask that, no, yung particular na opinion ng BIR, NTC ba nandito? NTC.
Mr. Chair, good morning po.
Before I give the floor to NTC, Attorney, is Google or any social media platform are public utilities? In your own opinion?
Sa definition po ng batas, hindi po.
Sa Public Service Act,
Hindi po.
hindi siya nakalista. Tama.
Mr. Chair, hindi po.
Okay. Now, NTC is social media platform, in this case, Google, Facebook, Meta, etc., are public utilities?
Sir, considering, sir, that they are not also their offices are not situated also in the Philippines, sir, we do not consider them as public
Oh,
utilities.
but they're doing business in the country. Malinaw yon, di ba? Tama?
Doing business po kasi, sir, if I remember po, with regard din po sa BIR po, ang doing business po kasi means that they have an office here in the Philippines, sir.
No, not necessarily because doing business, kahit wala kang opisina, pwede kang kumita dito. Di ba? BIR, di ba? Ganon? Kumikita sila Di ba?
Mr. Chair, for purposes of classification of doing business, it is required that they must have physical presence in the country.
All the more that we have to amend. Di ba? Now, second, tama ka, Tony. Under the Public Service Act, hindi po malinaw na nandun yung social media platform. Ngayon po, Mr. Chairman, all the more that we have to amend that. Because in order for us to regulate such, that should fall under the public utilities. Kasi napakahirap po For example, NTC. Hindi nyo rin sila pwede regulate. Of course, KBP, before your member has to air, they have to apply for a frequency, di ba? Then you regulate if they're members. of such radio station, for example, is a member of the KBP, tama, di ba? But of course, the regulatory power to issue a frequency is with the NTC, tama?
That's correct, Mr. Chairman.
Kaya nga, Mr. Chair, siguro dapat lang din po na we should amend the Public Service Act because a social media platform, in this case, Google, YouTube, and all other social media platforms are not included in the list of all public utilities under the Public Service Act. Kasi how can you regulate something which is not covered by a law? Except, siguro sa BIR kung kaya. Diba? Kasi nagre-negosyo eh. Kumikita kayo dito. Diba? Attorney, I think it's just fair. Diba? Dapat bumayad kayo ng buwis. And also those content creator na pumapasok sa inyo, they have to pay taxes. Diba? And may coordination ba kayo with the local BIR or the BIR Central doon sa mga list of content creators? Wala.
Mr. Chair, klaruhin ko lang po. May mga regulations naman po sa Pilipinas that govern the social media platforms. For example po, yung kakapasan nyo lang po na VAT on digital platforms. Covered po doon ang YouTube, covered din po yung ibang platforms. So, for example po, yung batas po na VAT on digital platforms, covered po yung mga kahit non-resident po na mga digital platforms. So, doon po, pagdating po sa pag nag-impose na po si BIR nung regulation na yon, magko-comply po yung mga digital platforms. Another example po, yung bagong pasan nyo lang po na Internet Transactions Act. So, yung Internet Transactions Act na pasa po, I think 2023, covered din po kami doon. Covered din po ang YouTube, covered din po yung mga online platforms under that regulation. So, meron pong mga regulation po na nag-go-govern ng mga platforms kahit po non-resident po.
Oh, yun pala, BIR. BIR. Do you confirm the statement coming from Attorney Gonzales?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh, what have you done?
Mr. Chair, considering that some entities are non-foreign and does not have any physical presence here, we, as per the tax code, they are liable for taxes insofar as all income derived here in the Philippines. So, however, since there are challenges insofar as collecting such taxes, considering they do not have any physical presence here, under existing rules and regulations, the income payers or those who, yung mga nagbabayad po sa kanila who are here in the Philippines should withhold the corresponding taxes before they pay them.
Sorry, to cut you short. But in the case of Google, they confirm that they have an office in the country. Are they paying taxes? Attorney, did you confirm? Are you paying taxes?
Mr. Chair, we pay all legally required taxes, Mr. Chair.
Based on your income?
Based on the activities of the entity po.
Yung mga ads,
So, hindi po yan sa Google Philippines, Mr. Chair. Hindi po yan sa
doon
Google
na mismo
Philippines.
sa company?
Doon po sa mother company po yan. Kumbaga hindi po sa Google, sir, hindi po sa Google Philippines. Yung Google Philippines po, wala po kaming hindi po kami si Google Philippines does not own nor operate the platform po. Nandoon po sa US po yung mother company. So, kung ano po yung legally required sa Google Philippines ay binabayaran po ni Google Philippines.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think, Mr. Chairman, we should also consider this now. We should ask the services or the help of the legal department with regards to this, Mr. Chairman, so that we can legislate laws that will really regulate such, no? Itong pinag-usapan natin. Lastly na lang, attorney, for example, I content creator na nag-post siya, then it was taken down. What are the penalties in your end? May mga penal provision ba yung regulations niyo?
Opo. So una po, pwede pong, yung unang-una po level is natanggal po yung content, na-remove po yung content, diba? So yun po yung isang parang basic level po. Pero according po sa monetization policies ni YouTube, pwede pong ma-withhold, adjust, chargeback, or offset earnings or payment. Pwede pong ma-limit yung ad revenue sa mga videos. Pwede pong ma-suspend yung channel from the YouTube Partnership Program. At ang pinaka-penalty po na pinaka-mataas na level po ay suspend or terminate yung YouTube channel
Okay.
mismo.
Now, in the case of YouTube, mayroon na ba kayo na penalize, na suspend or na terminate?
Meron naman po. Meron po.
Can you give us the list? Yung listahan po ng mga content creator na na-suspend you or na terminate yung contract.
Hindi po yata naglalabas ng ganyan. So yung ang
Ay,
ilalabas
hindi po.
po ni YouTube po yung transparency report po na
Hindi po, sabi mo kasi kanina, when I asked you, you said that may policy kayo to suspend, di ba? Or to terminate. Now, tinanong kita, sabi mo may na-suspend na kami na-terminate. Can you give us the list of all those content creator? Kasi po, in relation to the question being asked by Congressman Raul, for example, yung Celis, di ba nawalang isiminay? Ngayon may sariling account siya, nandun sa YouTube. Yung specific example, yung pag i-check mo, ang daming mga ano dun, mga statements coming from mismo kay Celis na derogatory. At tuloy-tuloy yun. Wala may isa mang na take down dun. Do you want me to show you?
so hindi po ako maka-comment on individual pieces
No,
of
that's
content.
why we're talking is here of individual nga eh. Now, we ask you to submit to us all those has been suspended or terminated. Kasi may tayo mag-uusap dito na sinasabi nyo policy kayo, tapos may na-suspend kayo, tapos hindi namin alam. Now, cite an example that was cited also by Congressman Raul. Yung kay Celis, you check all the records. Ang daming derogatory statements siya na ang YouTube has done nothing on those derogatory statements from Celis. Now you're telling us na may regulation na, you implement those regulations? I think may problema kayo, attorney. Tapos sinabi mo, may na-suspend, may na-terminate, or those suspended, or those terminated. Hindi nyo maibigay? Attorney?
Mr. Chair, so si YouTube po naglalabas po ng quarterly transparency report. So banggitin ko lang po, yung Pilipinas po dito sa third quarter ng 2024, yung Pilipinas po, number 8 sa dami ng videos na natanggal. Ang numero po nakalagay dito, 181,841. So,
Yun na nga eh. Pakisubmit ka, pati yung mga creators, content creators, kung sino-sino yon. Kasi we have to check, we have to follow. Kasi sinabi mo kanina may mga regulation kayo din, we will check. Di ba? Kaya namin i-check yun. Kung totoo nga, sabi mo nga, 100, magkano, ilan ba yan? 181,000? But I never heard na may mga na-suspend or na-terminate na contract. And in the case of Celis, as mentioned also by Congressman Raul, malinaw po. One example lang yun, ang dami pa. Kaya nga inibitahan sila dito for them to answer. Now, ito ngayon, nandito kayo ngayon, you're telling us na may na-suspend, may na-terminate, pero hindi nyo maibigay. Siguro naman po, before the next hearing, dapat magpadala kayo dito ng report. Mr. Chairman, may I move that to direct Google through Attorney Gonzales to submit to this committee all those lists being required by this representation, Mr. Chairman, so move.
Any objection? Hearing none, motion is carried. Now, may I ask,
Mr. Chairman, last na lang po sa BIR. BIR, please also submit to this committee all those social platform content creator that has paid.
We will do, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
before we proceed further, please allow the chair to recognize the online presence of the Honorable Albert S. Garcia and the Honorable David J.J. Suarez. Welcome po kayo. Attorney Gonzales, do you have a legal basis why you cannot submit the report as required?
based on what I've seen po, we can endorse it to the legal team po for them to review the request. So kung meron pong letter from Congress, we can endorse it to the legal team po.
So,
Hindi po ako legal.
you have been directed by this committee to submit such report. And if you have any reason, legal reason why, then you should explain that. Okay? And you should know the consequences of not obeying the order of this committee. Thank you, Attorney.
Mr. Chairman, just, Mr. Chairman, interjection nandun sa statement ni Attorney, yung sa legal. Attorney, this is an open hearing. Now, we don't need to submit or send you a letter requesting for that document because you are being directed. Now, the answer to you by the chairman is that if you have legal question, your legal question, you submit in the next hearing and we will see if indeed there is an illegal impediment with regards to the request or direction being made by this committee to you. Not the other way around. I hope you understand, Attorney, you're a lawyer.
Loud and clear, Attorney. Thank you. The Honorable Marcoleta is now recognized. Your turn.
Marami pong salamat, Mr. Chairman. Sa
Nangyayari rin po minsan, kunyari po, na-escalate sa team nila, pero sa tingin po nila walang violation sa kanila, pwede rin po nilang ipasa sa kabilang team. So kunyari po, nire-review ng isang team yung content, sa kanila walang violation, pero sa tingin po nila, may violation to ng advertiser-friendly guidelines, pwede po nilang i-endorse dun po sa kabilang team na nagre-review po kung yung video ay compliant po sa advertiser-friendly guidance. So meron din pong coordination na pwedeng mangyari, lalong-lalo na po kung komplikado po yung video. Kunyari kung may halong violence, may halong hate speech, may halong medical misinformation, pwede pong maraming teams ang nagre-review ng isang video na nireport po.
So Mr. Chair, based dun sa paliwanag, merong vertical tsaka horizontal na pwedeng pag-assess ng isang video. So kung masyadong halata naman na hindi talaga totoo yung sinabi doon, halimbawa misleading or halatang mali talaga impormasyon regarding an election, so pwedeng isang tao pwedeng mag-take down. Pero kung medyo balabo pa na hindi pwedeng ipabay sa isang tao, pwedeng iakyat sa isang team. Ilan po ba yan? 10 tao? 20 ka tao? 30 ka tao?
Hindi po siya sa numero, Mr. Chair. Kunyari po, kailangan pong i-escalate sa mga medyo mas leadership team po. Yung mga medyo meron pong capacity na kapag decide kung medyo komplikado po yung issue. So hindi naman po siya abot sa 30 katao. Ano po siya, more on a leadership team na maliit lang po, kakaunti lang po, small group lang din po.
Okay, pag ano, Mr. Chair, actually, kaya din interesado ako na nandito rin sana ang representatives ng ByteDance na namamahala ng TikTok, tsaka ang Meta in behalf of Facebook. Kasi aside sa YouTube naman, may mga instances din sa ibang mga platforms na may mga content na nandyan na, kumalat na, tapos either nahayaan na nandyan pa din or kung ma-take down, meron ng mga utak na nalaso nung maling nilalaman ng kanilang mga content. Follow up lang, Mr. Chair, paano naman kapag ad, so meaning nandyan ang isang particular video tapos mas marami yung reach niya dahil nagbayad yung kung sino man yung nag-upload. Pag ganun ba, ano ang ine-employ na standards kung nakita na worth it na i-take down yung ganong particular na video? Is it the same sa mga video na hindi ads or hindi nagbayad para ma-upload yung kanilang content?
Kung naintindihan ko po yung tanong, kung advertisement na po yun, normally iba po yung standards. Meron din po tayong tinatawag na guidelines para po sa mga all advertisements po. So iba rin po yung mag-govern doon. Usually po ito po yung mga talagang commercial ads po talaga, 'di ba? Yung talaga pong meron siyang either pinopromote or binibenta na produkto po talaga. Kung mapapansin niyo po sa amin, hindi po siya yung parang binuboost mo lang po. Talagang nagke-create ka po talaga ng content na talagang intention mo po ay maging advertisement po talaga yon.
And remaining questions, Mr. Chair, aside dun sa mga nire-report ng mga kababayan natin, paano naman kapag may mga content na hindi nire-report, meron din bang sariling inisyatiba ang mga nasa Google para magkaroon ng oversight doon sa mga content? Kasi lalo na sa panahon ngayon na meron talagang mga nag-employ, Mr. Chair, ng troll farms. At pwede talaga bumuhos yung kanilang ina-upload na mga videos sa mga platforms. Tapos kahit sabihin pa, nandyan naman yung ating mga kababayan para i-report yan, pero hindi rin ganun ka-capacitated yung mga kababayan natin na lahat ng mga ganong binubuhos na content na naglalaman ng disinformation ay mai-report lahat. Lalo na kung napakarami din ng content na available sa mga platforms na ito, hindi rin natin actually makita lahat, no? Given how algorithms in the online world work na merong tina-target ng mga specific demographics, tapos lalo na in the past years, nakita natin, Mr. Chair, yung mga kababayan natin unfortunately ay nabiktima talaga ng ganitong disinformation. Una, nakakonsume sila ng iilang videos lamang, pero dahil yun na yung napaniwalaan nila, ganun na shape yung kanilang perception. So, ibig sabihin na hindi sapat na merong report mechanisms, ano din ba yung proactive na ginagawa? At paano din nag-function yung ganong mekanismo ng Google?
Opo. So si Google po nagpa-publish po ng transparency report on a quarterly basis upang makita po ninyo yung dami, yung uri ng mga reports na tinatanggal. At sabi ko nga po, sa third quarter ng 2024, sa 9.1 million videos na natanggal, 97% po automatic system na po yung nag-remove. Kumbaga po, hindi na-detect na po siya ng teknolohiya upang wala na po makakita, upang mabilis po siya matanggal. So, 8.8 million po automatic na-flag, automatic po natanggal. Yung user reported po, 225,000 lang po. 225,000, which is about 2% po ng natanggal. 2% user reported. And then yung na-report po siya ng organization or government agency, around less than 1%, around 60,000 po. So, kung mapapansin nyo po, karamihan po talaga sa nare-remove sa YouTube ay automatic na po na-detect ng sistema. So, 97% po yung pagdating po sa number of views, sabihin ko lang po, pagdating po sa number of views, 0 views, 59% po. 59% 0 views, 1 to 10 views, 24%, 11 to 100 views, 8%, 101 to 1,000 views, 5%. So karamihan po talaga ay naitatanggal na po natin yung mga violative content na habang mababa pa lang po yung views niya.
Final few points, Mr. Chair, regarding Sunshine Media Network International or SMNI naman, dahil yung mga so-called anchors nito na sina Lorraine Badoy Partosa at saka si Jeffrey Celis, bagamat sa ngayon ay hindi na gumagana bilang isang network using public airwaves ang SMNI, ay meron pa rin siyang YouTube account na pwedeng meron siyang mga binabalita na pwedeng hindi pa mag-touch doon sa masasabi nating disinformation, pero ito kasi yung mahirap, Mr. Chair, kapag may mga gray area na pwedeng lumulusot, no, yung mga sinasabi ng ganitong mga anchors na actually ay lalagpas na doon sa ano lang yung inaalaw ng bounds ng freedom of expression at ng press freedom. So, sa ngayon, edi pa siya ang camera before na actually nga ay i-revoke yung franchise, no, ng SMNI. So ang natitira sa SMNI ay yung kanyang mga online accounts. So meron din bang differentiation ang Google Philippines sa pag-monitor sa accounts ng mga ordinaryong kababayan or halimbawa yung mga gusto lamang mag-advertise ng kanilang mga binebentang produkto, ganyan, compared dun sa mga institutions talaga like yung mga nagpo-portray ng sarili bilang media or yung mga nasa government mismo. So, meron bang ganong pag-categorize? Kasi magkaiba talaga yung bigat kapag merong structured na nilalabas compared sa mga ordinaryong kababayan natin.
Mr. Chair, so ang sagot po dyan, dun sa mga, nabanggit po kanina yung authoritative content. So pag meron po tayong breaking news, yung algorithm po ni YouTube, pa-prioritize po niya yung mga news channels, yung mga authoritative sources po, di ba? So meron po tayong tinatawag na you raise po yung mga authoritative sources including government channels, media channels. So yung po pagdating sa mga breaking news, balita, health. So yung mga content po ng mga health authorities, nire-raise po natin yan, di ba? Pero pagdating naman po sa enforcement ng community guidelines, pantay-pantay lang po. So pagdating po sa enforcement ng community guidelines, ng advertiser-friendly guidelines, pantay-pantay po yan. So whether individual ka or big media channel, pantay-pantay po yung enforcement ng community guidelines.
So as I wrap up, Mr. Chair, tingin ko doon lang may kailangang pagbutihin talaga dahil while mga tao tayo lahat, pero pagdating sa kung sino yung mas may leverage para magpakalat ng mga ideya, lalo na kung yung ideya ay hindi conducive para sa democratic exchange of ideas at pwedeng magagamit pa nga para talaga manlinlang, magpakalat ng mali, tingnan natin dapat mas may accountability doon sa mga institusyon na pwedeng nagagamit yung mga platform, no, para sa maling mga kaisipan, no? And hindi pwedeng nasa balikat lang ito ng mga government agencies, pero may role din talaga ang mga platforms dito, Mr. Chair. Kaya sana sa darating nating mga hearing, meron ding makaupo talaga from Meta tsaka ByteDance na doon kung tingin ko ay marami ding kumakalat doon talaga ng mga mali. Yun lang, Mr. Chair, for now. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Just an interjection sa question